hanging on the ocean air. Ooh. Take a step forward in your quiet fist. Sea salt wind on your tired lips. You say all day I've been stuck in my head. I say let the boardwalk talk instead. We don't have to say too much. Just let the night move through us. Stay right here by the carousel glow. Let your heartbeat learn to slow. These tangled thoughts you never speak can fade into the waves beneath our feet. Let the neon spin, let the noise go past you. Don't have to move so fast. I'm not asking you to play it cool. Just be you. It's more than beautiful. Arcade music in a distant blur. Loose change rattling in your sweatshirt. Ooh. You trace lines in the sugar on the stand. Tiny stars on the back of your hand. You say I'm tired of trying to be enough. Like there's a scoreboard for every love. I nudge your shoulder with my jacket sleeve. Say you're the only you I ever need. You breathe in like the air's brand new. Like the pier woke up just for you. Stay right here by the carousel glow. Let your heartbeat learn to slow. All those tangled thoughts you never speak can fade into the waves beneath our feet. Let the neon spin, let the noise go past you. Don't have to move so fast. I'm not asking you to play it cool. Just be you. There's more than beautiful. Let the roller coaster clatter in the dark. We've got our own kind of spark. Count the bulbs around the tired old sun. Match them with the nights you made it out alive. If tomorrow pulls you back into the rush, turnstiles, turnarounds too much. Close your eyes and hear this distant song where your restless mind could finally come down. Head on my shoulder, feet on the rail. Ocean below us, soft and pale. You don't need an answer, you don't need a plan. You're already more than enough as you stand. Stay right here by the carousel glow. Let your heartbeat learn to slow. All those tangled thoughts you never speak can fade into the waves beneath our feet. Let the neon spin, let the noise go past. You don't have to move so fast. I'm not asking you to play it cool. Just be you. It's more than beautiful. Ferris wheel fading into midnight blue. Last song echo on the wooden screws. If the world feels heavy when it pulls you through, remember how the pier felt holding you. Ah, morning steam on a little glass. Toast crumbs scattered where the sunlight lands. You're on the balcony in my old shirt. Bare legs folded, hair a little hurt. small sky next to you. Keyboard clacks like a snare on fire. Cold compiles, watch the empire. One line drops, the server sings. I'm the glitch that fixes everything. No bug, no doubt, just flow in the air. Every commit a perfect snare. I'm the greatest room cafe vibe. Cold brew steam, watch the systems thrive. Hands fly, screens glow, let the logic breathe. I'm the boss, no one can unseat. Airlocks laugh, we grin out loud. Best kind of win in this tech lore crowd. I'm the greatest, sharp and tight, play loud all damn night. API calls like a baseline loop. Your jaw drops, my favorite scoop. Push to prod, no rollback fear. I'm the headline, crystal clear. No bug, no doubt, just flow in the air. Every commit a perfect snare. I'm the greatest server room cafe vibe. Cold brew steam, watch the systems thrive. Hands fly, screens glow, let the logic breathe. I'm the boss, no one can unsee. Airlocks laugh, we grin out loud. Best kind of win in this tech lore crowd. I'm the greatest, sharp and tight, play loud all damn night. Deploy at dawn, no crash in sight. I'm the architect of the light. One command and the world rewrites. Master mode, eternal bite. I'm the greatest server room cafe vibe. Cold brew steam, watch the systems thrive. Hands fly, screens glow, let the logic breathe. I'm the boss, no one can unseat. Airlocks laugh, we grin out loud. The best kind of win in this tech lore crowd. I'm the greatest, sharp and tight, play loud all damn night. When the servers sleep, I still glow. Greatest in the world, everyone knows. Driving through the back roads where we grew up. Windows down and music turned way up. Everything looks smaller than it used to be, but it still means the world to me. You can leave but never really go. Home is in your soul. These small town roots run deep in me. No matter where I'll ever be, the fields of gold, the corner store, the friends I've known since I was 4. These small town roots, they made me strong, taught me right from wrong. I might roam, but I'll always know where I come from, where I call home. Friday nights at diners, knowing every face. Moving to the city, but I miss this place. Skyscrapers are pretty, but they don't compare to the way that people really care. You can leave, but never really go. Home is in your soul. These small town roots run deep in me. No matter where I'll ever be, the fields of gold, the corner store, the friends I've known since I was 4. These small town roots, they made me strong, taught me right from wrong. I might roam, but I'll always know where I come from, where I call home. Population signs and water towers, summer storms and late night hours, gravel roads and firefly lights. These are my roots, my guiding light. These small town roots run deep in me. No matter where I'll ever be, the fields of gold, the corner store, the friends I've known since I was 4. on the library glass. Soft dust hanging where the moments pass. You sit cross-legged in the quiet aisle, back against the shelf, half a tired smile. Paperbacks leaning in a crooked row, high window catching all the amber glow. You say my mind's too full to take more in. I say then let the silence pull you in. We don't have to learn a single thing. We can let the stillness be our wings. We can let these pages breathe, hold the weight you've had to keep, every restless sentence in your head. We can trade it for the soft instead. We can let the lamplight fall silver over all it saw. I don't need a polished point of view, just this softer version next to you. Clock hands ticking in a gentle loop, distant whispers from a study group. You trace titles with your fingertip, stop on one that almost seems to fit. You say I'm scared I won't become that much, like there's a story you were meant to touch. I slide a book down from the upper row, say you're already more than you can know. You breathe in slow like the air turned warm, like your name stepped out of every storm. We can let these pages breathe, hold the weight you've had to keep, every restless sentence in your head. We can trade it for the soft instead. We can let the lamplight fall silver over all it saw. I don't need a polished point of view, just this softer version next to you. Let the outside world stay past the door, all its noise and all its scores. We can count the rows above our heads, name them after days you got out of bed. If tomorrow pulls you back into the rush, into headlines, face a subway crush, close your eyes and find this wooden chair where your heart felt seen, just sitting there. Turn a page, let your shoulders drop. You don't have to reach the top. Turn a page, let the moment through. You're enough with nothing new. We can let these pages breathe, hold the weight you've had to keep, every restless sentence in your head. We can trade it for the soft instead. We can let the lamplight fall silver over gently as they call last time. Footsteps echo down the closing line. If the world feels louder than it should, come back where the quiet held you good. Soft glow leaking from the hallway light. Tiny room in the middle of the night. You're on the mattress with your socks still on, humming something with the TV off. Polaroids taped on the crooked wall. Little flashes of remember when calls. You say my head's been noisy all day long. I say we can turn it down with one slow song. No big lesson, nothing to achieve, just a little space to finally breathe. We can let this moment stay, floating in a gentle way. All the racing thoughts inside your brain, we can let them drift like midnight rain. We can let this quiet tune fill the corners of the room. I don't need a future shining you, just the one that's here across the room. Streetlights sliding through the window shade, lines of gold on your pillowcase. You trace shapes in the blanket fold, little secrets that you never told. You say I get scared when I slow down, like the silence might turn around. I reach over for your restless hand, say you're allowed to just exist, not plan. You draw breath like it might be enough, like the night got softer on your thighs. We could let this moment stay, floating in a gentle way. All the racing thoughts inside your brain, we can let them drift like midnight rain. We could let this quiet tune fill the corners of the room. I don't need a future shining you, just the one that's here across the room. Let the outside stay behind the door, all it should be and a little more. We can count the stars on every print, name them after things you never said out loud but meant. If tomorrow pulls you into crowded light, too much talking, too much bright, close your eyes and find this faded glow, where your pulse fell back into a slower road. Lie back, let your shoulders rest, let your heart beat how it wants in your chest. Lie back, let the seconds blur, you're already good enough as you are. We could let this moment stay, floating in a gentle way. All the racing thoughts inside your brain, we can let them drift like midnight rain. We can let this quiet tune fill the corners of the room. I don't need a future shining you, just the one that's here across the room. Across the room. Across the room. Hallway light fading to a softer hue, city hum turning into something blue. If the world feels heavy when it starts again, come back to this room and let it mend. One glass fogging on the bakery pane, neon open in a sleepy flame. You slide into a booth by the sugar stand, crumbs on your sleeve, flour so we can count the pastries on the tray. Name them after days you chose to stay. If tomorrow pulls you back to sharper light, office window screens too bright. Close your eyes and feel this sugar room where you're breathing finally had some room. Stay here, let your shoulders drop. You don't have to earn this stop. Stay here, let the night be sweet. You are more than what you need. We can let this midnight bread hold the thoughts inside your head. Every tight little knot behind your eyes, we can break it into softer bites. We can let the sweet air fill all the spaces you've kept still. I don't need a shinier version of you, just the one that showed up in this view. Neon flicker on the closing sign, moon still watching from the power lines. If the world feels bigger than you can get through, come back where the soft light tasted like you. Cool May breeze through rubber trees, cinnamon sand on lazy knees, haymark knots in salty road, sunset paints a kaleidoscope. Swing with me, next slow, island pulsing afterglow. No fairy horn, no city call, just the hush before nightfall. Swing with me, let it all. Elko Beach in lantern chains, seafood smoke on gentle flames, barefoot steps leave no trace. Time forgets its hurried pace. Swing with me, next slow, island pulsing afterglow. No fairy horn, no city call, just the hush before nightfall. Swing with me, let it all. Bicycle bells on Coral Road, coconut milk in heavy load. Every turn a softer view that keeps peace for me and you. Swing with me, next slow, island pulsing afterglow. No fairy horn, no city call, just the hush before nightfall. Swing with me, let it Comac fades in starlit sea. Swing with me, island dream.
Fluorescent humming in the midnight hour, neon oranges in a plastic pile. You push a car with a lazy hand, checking labels you don't understand. Loose hoodie hair in a crooked tie, you catch me laughing at the cereal signs. You say, I guess this is how grown-ups cope, buying snacks instead of hope. We don't need a reason to be here, just a quiet place to disappear. We can fall in love with ordinary light, talking by the freezers in the middle of the night. All the heavy thoughts you carried in, we can leave them by the bargain bin. We can let the softest moments win, while the hum of the fridges drowns the din. I don't need a perfect scene to start, just this late night aisle in your open heart. Self-checkout blinking like a timid star. You toss candy in with the oat milk jar. I scan each item like a secret word. We laugh at how the beep sounds so absurd. You say, sometimes I feel like I'm behind, like I took the wrong train in my mind. I slide the bags to you one by one, say maybe this is where we've just begun. You breathe out slow like you're making space for a softer version of this place. We can fall in love with ordinary light, talking by the freezers in the middle of the night. All the heavy thoughts you carried in, we can leave them by the bargain bin. We can let the softest moments win, while the hum of the fridges drowns the din. I don't need a perfect scene to start, just this late night aisle in your open heart. Let the world chase neon downtown bars. We got quiet shelves and ceiling stars, tasty bags rustling like waves on sand as you brush past and catch my hand. If tomorrow throws you in a louder stream full of ticking clocks and crowded dreams, close your eyes and hear this gentle store where the only rush is the automatic door. Walk slow, let the moments stack, tiny treasures in a paper sack. Walk slow, keep this in your chest, how the smallest nights can feel like rest. We can fall in love with ordinary light, talking by the freezers in the middle of the night. All the heavy thoughts you carried in, we can leave them by the bargain bin. We can let the softest moments win, while the hum of the fridges drowns the din. I don't need a perfect scene to start, just this late night aisle in your open heart. Street outside quiet when the doors slide wide, moon riding home in the passenger side. If the day gets loud and pulls you apart, I'll meet you where the aisles reset your heart. Soft light slipping through the cutting shade, dust starts dancing in a slow parade. Knees tucked under in a faded tee, kettle humming little notes for me. Floor still cool from the leftover night, phone face down, out of mind, out of sight. I hear your ringtone from the other room, suddenly the day feels in bloom. You say I woke up with you on my mind. I laugh, guess our clocks are both aligned. You're my morning slow parade, walking through my chest in waves. Every worry, every ache loses all its sharpest shade. You're my morning slow parade, softest on the window frames. I don't need a louder day, just you in my morning slow parade. Oh, toasted bread on a chip white plate. You talk about the dreams you had late, little scenes that barely made much sense, but I love the way your voice gets dense. You say you're scared, you move too slow in a world that runs like it's a show. I tell you you're the reason time feels kind pause inside my busy mind. You sigh and let the silence stretch a beat. Then I hear you smile inside the heat. You're my morning slow parade, walking through my chest in waves. Every worry, every ache loses all its sharpest shade. You're my morning slow parade, softest sun on window frames. I don't need a louder day, just you in my morning slow parade. Let the headlines race outside the glass. We can let these quiet minutes last. Count the shadows climbing up the wall, while the ticking clock forgets it all. If tomorrow feels too bright, too loud, and you're lost inside the swirling crowd, close your eyes and feel this gentle fade of our tiny morning slow parade. Breathe in coffee, breathe out calm. Let the daylight hold your palms. Breathe in softly, don't be afraid. You belong in this slow parade. You're my morning slow parade, walking through my chest in waves. Every worry, every ache loses all its sharpest shade. You're my morning slow parade, softest sun on window frames. I don't need a louder day, just you in my morning slow parade. Soft light sinking further in the room, day begins to stretch and bloom. If I ever feel too swept away, I'll rewind to this slow parade of day. Dissolves in liquid ink that gaze the north, that bids the spirit think. Each cresting wave becomes a stanza's line, two souls entwined where starlight meets the brine. No haste, no chain, quills hush alone replies. Each breath a vow that fogs the pain with sighs. Cafe of the sea's repose, where thought unfurls like velvet kelp that grows. Hands rest yet pulse, let vision softly breathe. Thou art the flame I never shall unsheathe. Lanterns sway, we rhyme in golden gleam. Best can cool the twilight air shall dream. Inspire me, gentle and near, play it low, eternal ear. Tone, each note a reef where coral dreams have grown. A drop of brine becomes a comet's wave, each syllable a tide that none can break. No haste, no chain, quills hush alone replies. Each breath a vow that fogs the pain with sighs. Cafe of the sea's repose, where thought unfurls like velvet kelp that grows. Hands rest yet pulse, let vision softly breathe. Thou art the flame I never shall unsheathe. The lanterns sway, we rhyme in golden gleam. Best canticle the twilight air shall dream. Inspire me, gentle and near, play it low, eternal ear. Neptune's trident stirs the midnight deep, we'll ride the surge to verses none can keep. One final crest, one lingering glance, Our odyssey sustains its endless dance. Inspire me, cafe of the sea's repose, where thought unfurls like velvet kelp that grows. Hands rest yet pulse, let vision softly breathe. Thou art the flame I never shall unsheathe. Lanterns sway, we rhyme in gold and gleam. Best canticle, the twilight air shall dream. Inspire me, gentle and near, play it low, eternal ear. Yeah. Final swell retreats with parchment side, yet in our veins the ocean never dies. Eternal, boundless, ever in our eyes.
First light sliding on the quiet street, river humming underneath our feet. You lean over on the rusted rail, breath in clouds, hoodie zip halfway. Coffee lit, woman, your shaky hands. Trucks roll past like a distant band. You say my thoughts keep running in a loop. I say let the water take a few. We don't have to name what's going on. We can just stand here till it's gone. We can let this little bridge hold the weight you never did. Every crowded echo in your chest, we can lay it where the currents rest. Let the sun rise, paint your face, turn the noise down, shift the pace. I don't need a braver, brighter you, just the one who's watching this view. Streetlight flicker, giving up its glow. Birdsong testing out a softer note. You trace lines in the peel paint flake, tiny maps of all your almost breaks. You say I'm scared, I'll never get it right. Living halfway in my head at night. I tap my knuckles on the metal frame. Say you're allowed to not have it explained. You're breathing slow like the air turned kind, like the edge got wider in your mind. We can let this little bridge hold the weight you never did. Every crowded echo in your chest, we can lay it where the currents rest. Let the sun rise, paint your face, turn the noise down, shift the pace. I don't need a braver, brighter you, just the one who's watching this view. Let the town stay sleepy up the hill, all its doorbells, all its bills. We can count the ripples as they glide, name them after days you stayed alive. If tomorrow pulls you into speed again, schedule those doorways, how you've been. Close your eyes and hear this gentle sound, where your pulse moves softer with the ground. Lean in, let your shoulders fall. You don't have to hold it all, lean in, let the river move. You're enough with nothing left to prove. We can let this little bridge hold the weight you never did. Every crowded echo in your chest, we can lay it where the currents rest. Let the sun rise, paint your face, turn the noise down, shift the pace. I don't need a braver, brighter, just the one who's watching this view. Morning traffic starting down the road, sky turned gold on your tired bones. If the world feels heavier than it should, come back where this small bridge held you good.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Walled upright piano by the station wall. Paint chipped off, but the keys still call. You drop your backpack by the wooden bench. Shake the rain from your jacket hem. The coffee cup cooling on the window ledge. Neon timetable buzzing overhead. You say my head's a crowd I can't control. I say sit close, let the quiet take hold. No big speech, no perfect line. Just these notes and borrowed time. Stay where the piano plays. Let it carry what you can't explain. Every running thought you tried to hide can sit down on the empty side. Let the soft chords find your name. Turn the volume down on all your shame. I'm not here to fix the way you feel, just to share a song that makes it real. Yeah. Loose change rattling in the ticket tray. Doors slide open and they drift away. You trace patterns on the wooden seat. Tiny rhythms underneath your feet. You say, I'm scared, I don't know who I am. Like you're supposed to fit some perfect plan. I play a wrong note, let it ring right through. Smile and say, even this belongs to you. You breathe in slower than before, like the room just gave you more, yeah. Stay where the piano plays. Let it carry what you can't explain. Every running thought you tried to hide can sit down on the empty side. Let the soft chords find your name. Turn the volume down on all your shame. I'm not here to fix the way you feel, just to share a song that makes it real. Let the arrivals both keep changing lines. We don't need to read the signs. We can count the notes that drift and fall. Name them after days you made it through the mall. If tomorrow pulls you back into the rush, tickets, doors, fluorescent hush. Close your eyes and hear this wooden tone, where your crowded heart felt less alone. Lean in, let the pedals sigh. Let your heartbeat keep the time. Hum low, even if it shakes. Every sound is one you're allowed to make. Stay where the piano plays. Let it carry what you can't explain. Every running thought you tried to hide can sit down on the empty side. Let the soft chords find your name. Turn the volume down on all your shame. I'm not here to fix the way you feel, just to share a song that makes it real. Last train humming down the distant tracks. Lights dim slowly as the crowd thins back. If the world feels louder than it needs to be, come back to this corner and play with me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Late sun fading on the library glass. Soft dust hanging where the moments pass. You sit cross-legged in the quiet aisle, back against the shelf, half a tired smile. Paperbacks leaning in a crooked row. High window catching all the amber glow. You say my mind's too full to take more in. I say then let the silence pull you in. We don't have to learn a single thing. We can let the stillness be our wings. We can let these pages breathe, hold the weight you've had to keep. Every restless sentence in your head, we can trade it for the soft instead. We can let the lamplight fall, silver over all it saw. I don't need a polished point of view, just this softer version next to you. Distant whispers from a study group. You trace titles with your fingertip. Stop on one that almost seems to fit. You say, I'm scared I won't become that much. Like there's a story you were meant to touch. I slide a book down from the upper row. Say you're already more than you can know. You breathe in slow like the air turned warm. Like your name stepped out of every storm. We can let these pages breathe. Hold the way you've had to keep. Every restless sentence in your head. We can trade it for the soft instead. We can let the lamplight fall. Silver over all it saw. I don't need a polished point of view. Just this softer version next to you. Let the outside world stay past the door. All its noise and all its scores. We can count the rows above our heads. Name them after days you got out of bed. If tomorrow pulls you back into the rush, into headlines, faces, subway crush. Close your eyes and find this wooden chair where your heartfelt scene just sitting there. Turn a page, let your shoulders drop. You don't have to reach the top. Turn a page, let the moment through. You're enough with nothing new. We can let these pages breathe. Hold the weight you've had to keep. Every restless sentence in your head. We can trade it for the soft instead. We can let the lamplight fall. Silver over all it saw. I don't need a polished point of view. Just this softer version next to you. Lights blink gently as they call last time. Footsteps echo down the closing line. If the world feels louder than it should, come back where the quiet held you good. Staring at the ceiling, counting sheep at 4 a.m. Mind is racing places I don't wanna go again. Worrying about tomorrow, dwelling on yesterday. Wish I could just find a way to stay here and now, this very breath. Stop rehearsing my own death. In this moment I am fine. Nothing's falling out of line. All the fear is in my head. Living futures full of dread. In this moment I'm alive. I don't need to just Fantastic lounges by the rooftop pool. City evening in a lavender blue. You kick your sneakers underneath the chair. Roll your sleeves, let your wrist taste air. Plane lights drifting in a dotted line. Ice clink slow in a borrowed line. You say my thoughts keep circling back to me. I say tonight you're fine to let them be. No big moment we have to chase. Just this sky and this small place. We can let this rooftop bloom wrap itself around you. All the quiet pressure in your chest. We can float it on the water, call it rest. Let the skyline take your doubts, spread them like the lights around. I don't need some future version of you, just the one that's sitting in this view. Wet towels shining in a neon streak, soft beat leaking from the lobby speakers. You trail fingers in the water's edge, drawing shapes you never say in text. You say I keep thinking I should change, be more something, be less strange. I tap my heel on the concrete seam, say you're the only you I've ever needed to see. You're breathing slow like the air turned kind, like the day slipped out of your mind. We can let this rooftop bloom wrap itself around you. All the quiet pressure in your chest. We can float it on the water, call it rest. Let the skyline take your doubts, spread them like the lights around. I don't need some future version of you, just the one that's sitting in this view. Let the elevators rise and fall below. Let the timelines keep their show. We can count the windows in the dark, name them after nights you kept your spark. If tomorrow pulls you back to gates and cues, announcements, clocks, fluorescent news, close your eyes and feel this open air where your heart felt lighter than it dared. Lean back, let your shoulders sink, let the sky do all the thinking. Toes in water, breathing slow, you're allowed to not yet know. We can let this rooftop bloom wrap itself around you. All the quiet pressure in your chest. We can float it on the water, call it rest. Let the skyline take your doubts, spread them like the lights around. I don't need some future version of you, just the one that's sitting in this view. Pool lights fading into deeper night, city humming in a softer light. If the world feels heavier than it should, come back to this roof where you felt good. Golden haze on lazy shores, footprints wash away with roars. Salty air, a tender kiss, whispers. We evolve. Sitting by the window watching rain, drawing pictures on the foggy glass, thinking about the things I can't explain, how the future's coming way too fast. But right now I'm okay, living in today, throwing paper planes into the air, watching them go anywhere, no control of where they'll land. Life is slipping through my hands like paper planes that fly away. Maybe that's okay, let them find their own direction. Maybe that's perfection. Maybe that's perfection. Used to plan out every single step, now I'm learning how to let things go. Every moment's all we really get, following the wind, the ebb and flow. But right now I'm okay, living in today, throwing paper planes into the air, watching them go anywhere, no control of where they'll land. Life is slipping through my hands like paper planes that fly away. Maybe that's okay, let them find their own direction. Maybe that's perfection. Fold the corners, make them neat, send them sailing down the street. Some will soar and some will fall, but I'm not keeping score at all. Just releasing, letting be, finding what it means to me. Throwing paper planes into the air, watching them go anywhere, no control of where they'll land. Life is slipping through my hands like paper planes that fly away. Maybe that's okay, let them find their own direction. Maybe that's perfection. Paper planes flying free, just like me. City's still sleeping, but we're wide awake. 2 cheap coffees and a sweepstakes, sunrise on the way. Sneakers on the pavement, headphones share a wire, laughing about the messages we'll probably never fire. You lean your head back, watching planes go by, talking like the rooftop is the middle of the sky. You say I keep thinking I should have it figured out. I say maybe that's the part we're allowed to live without. We don't need a headline for this scene, we can let it be a simple kind of dream. Easy on the heart tonight, we don't have to get it right. We can let the questions in our heads fade out with the city in the red. Easy on the heart, you know, we can take the long way home. I don't need a different you to start. Let it be easy on the heart. Taxi lights drifting like a lazy stream, we trade secrets that we only tell between the beats. You draw little constellations on your say, what if all of this is just a passing phase? I say, kinda hope it is, cause I like changing anyways. We don't need to call this anything, just a couple hearts that found a swing. Easy on the heart tonight, we don't have to get it right. We can let the questions in our heads fade out with the city in the red. Easy on the heart, you know, we can take a long way home. I don't need a different you to start, let it be easy. Leave your worries in your other coat. Let the traffic write the notes. We can count the windows lighting up, name them after times we didn't give up. If tomorrow pulls you into brighter rooms, busy elevators, coffee fumes, close your eyes and find it's gentle air where the way you carry wasn't even there. Breathe in, let it go slow. You don't have to run the show. Breathe out, let the night restart. Say it with me, easy on the heart. Easy on the heart tonight. We don't have to get it right. We can let the questions in our heads fade out with the city in the red. Easy on the heart, you know, we can take the long way home. I don't need a different you to start. Let it be easy on the heart. Morning stretching over every side. You check your watch, but we're still on our time. If the day comes down a little hard, come back to this rooftop in your heart.
Candle loves flicker in the attic gloom. Your shadow writes secrets across the room. Oh, the vinyl crackles, no label, no name. Every scratch whispers we're the same. No key, no code, just the hush in the air. Midnight pulls us down the stair. Mystery with me, velvet cafe vibe, hidden doors, hearts come alive. Hands brush, eyes locked, let the unknown beat drop. You're the riddle, I never wanna stop. Dust motes dance, we whisper loud. Best kind of thrill in this cryptic crowd. Mystery with me, shadows free, play it low on repeat. Mirror cracks, but it shows us whole. Your breath fogs glass, steals my soul. Polaroid fades, yet the image stays. We're ghosts in a Polaroid. No key, no code, just the hush in the air. Midnight pulls us down the stair. Mystery with me, velvet cafe vibe, hidden doors, hearts come alive. Hands brush, eyes locked, let the unknown beat drop. You're the riddle, I never wanna stop. Dust motes dance, we whisper loud. Best kind of thrill in this cryptic crowd. Mystery with me, shadows free, play it low on repeat. Clock strikes none, time forgets its face. Your lips taste like forbidden grace. If the house swallows us tonight, we'll haunt it, eternal delight.